Hello, my beautiful people. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Cheryl, and this is Your Journey Yoga. And we are off to practice an entire body, beautiful, just releasing flow to re-energize, revive, refresh your body, your mind, get yourself in a really good space, help you to focus, and just a really good, all over, I hope, magnificent practice. So that's my goal each and every time we get together. If you like what you see, please subscribe. I'd love to share and help change and better people's lives each and every day. So again, that's my goal each and every day. So I hope you're well, and let's get going. So a comfortable seated position that feels good to you. We're going to roll those shoulders up and back, and then just gently let the shoulders slide down and away. Go ahead and close your eyes. Let's do that shoulder roll once again. Take it up and back, and let those shoulders slide down and away. As we sit up nice and tall and those shoulders just gently slide down and away, we let go of tension in the neck, the shoulders. We are aware of the length of our spine and the heaviness of those arms. Eyes are softly closed, jaws relaxed. Let's turn the palms to face the sky, drape the wrists over the knees. Bring your index finger to gently touch your thumb. As you inhale, open the palms, spread your fingers wide, draw those fingernails back towards your toes. Feel that stretch across the palm of the hand. And as you exhale, bring the middle finger to touch your thumb. We inhale, opening those hands, spreading those fingers nice and wide. Feel that stretch across the palms. Exhale and gently touch your ring finger to your thumb. Once again, inhale, spread your fingers wide, open through the palms of the hands. And exhale, bring the pinky to touch the thumb. One more time as you inhale, spread your fingers wide, open through the palms of the hands. And exhale, bring the index finger to touch the thumb. Breathe. And now just gently at your own pace, let's touch the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky, ring, middle, index. Relax through the wrists, let the shoulders be heavy. Just noticing that gentle connection. Keeping the eyes closed. Turn the palms to face the shins just below your knees. Take a big breath in, press the chest forward, arch your back, gaze to the sky. And then exhale, hollow the tummy and chest, press your spine towards the back, tuck your chin down. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, gaze to the sky. Seated cat and cow, just moving with your breath. So depending upon kind of what day it is, what time of the day it is, what you've been doing lately, and just in general, how your body's feeling. We're working to let go of tension and tightness. Working to promote flexibility in the spine. Let's do one more each direction. So just gently stretching to warm up the body. And inhale it up nice and tall. Keeping those eyes closed or opening them if you like. Walk your hands forward. And just gently releasing the weight of the upper body down. Just slow and steady, let yourself melt. Noticing if you're carrying any tension in that lower back or in the hips. And let's just see with those exhales if we can't let some of that go. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle of the arms overhead as you hinge up nice and tall. Releasing that right hand to the mat, left arm comes up and we reach over. Give a little push with that right hand and lift the left side of the rib cage and turn your gaze down towards the mat. Circling that left arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. Just circle the back of your waist as far as you can reach. A little tuck of your chin towards that right collarbone. Nice stretch through the neck, through the shoulder, in that spine, down the side of the body. Circling that left arm up and over. And as you exhale, release the tummy and chest to your thigh. Reach it out. And just relax the weight of the upper body down. Just checking in, guys. Inhale, lift just slightly and walk your hands to center, reaching out as far as you can reach, and relax the weight of the upper body down. Noticing if some of that tension's starting to disappear. Inhale, circle the hands back by the hips, core strong, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, left hand comes down, right arm up and over. Keeping that right sit bone connected to the earth, give a little push with that left hand, lift the right side of the rib cage. And let's circle that right arm around behind the back as you turn your gaze towards the mat. Just circle that right arm as far as you can reach and roll that right shoulder back. Big, full, deep breaths, noticing if there's any tension being held anywhere. Never judging, guys, just mindful, present. Circling that right arm up and over. And as you exhale, release the tummy and chest to that thigh. Relax the weight of the upper body down. So as we move without expectations, without judgments or criticisms, we're just checking in with the body. Some days we hold tension and tightness differently. Just be aware and be kind. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands through to center. Fingertips reach out as far as you can reach, and relax the weight of the upper body down. Now hopefully we've let go of a fair amount of tension in that lower back. Just those twists, the reaches, just letting the body adjust and wake up. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips, big circle of those arms overhead. Releasing that right hand down by your side, left forearm crosses the crown of the head and gently pull your head to the left. Relax the weight of that left hand and then press that right palm towards the mat. Close your eyes. Again, checking in. Wonderful little opener for the ear canal and the sinuses. Great stretch down the neck and into the shoulder. Inhale, reach that left arm to the sky. Let's switch sides. Right arm up, left arm down. Sit up nice and tall and then gently let that that right hand come to rest and pull that head to the right. Again, opening up the ear canal, stretching through the neck, letting go any tightness that we find along the way just as best we can. Inhale, extend right arm and lift the left. And exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Lift, shift, and come up towards the top of the mat. Coming to tabletop. Hands are shoulder width apart. Knees are hip width. Core is nice and strong. Now we've done a seated cat and cow. Let's try it from tabletop. We take a big breath in, tummy towards the mat. Lift your gaze, lift your sit bones to the sky. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest. Lift your spine towards the ceiling. Tuck your chin. Inhaling it back to cow. And we're just going to transition between these two poses as fluidly as we can, moving at the pace of our breath, working out kinks, just promoting that fluid movement. So if you notice, if it's kind of jagged movement, clicky movement, where it's just not fluid, where are you holding that tension? That tightness, and can you let it go? Let's do one more cat and come back to that neutral spine. Breathe. So typically speaking, we don't want to do more than probably 7 or 8 cat and cows, but just doing really nice full big cat and cows. Let's take that right hand and sweep it through between the left arm and the left leg, shoulder to the mat, side of the head to the mat. We rotate and extend left arm to the sky, reaching up as high as you can reach, extending out of the shoulder, working to stack those shoulders as best you can. So the more we work to stack those shoulders, the more you're going to notice that flexibility in the spine, that deeper stretch in the spine. Circling that left arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. Just reach around as far as you can reach. Find your breath. Notice where your gaze wants to go. A nice stretch for the neck, but not overdoing. Extending left arm to the sky. Rotate your left palm towards the front. Reach it up and over. Shoulder mobility, guys. So getting different angles with the shoulders. That ball and socket joint in that shoulder, so important to keep loose. We're going to keep it pain-free each and every day that passes. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, release your hand down. Let's press it back up to tabletop. Center your weight. Let's do a couple cat and cows. Inhale it. Tummy down. Lift your sit bones and your gaze to the sky. Exhale, hollow. We're just going to do 2 of these. Inhaling back to cat and cow. Exhale, lift your spine. Last cat. And come back to neutral. Taking that left hand, sweeping it through between the arm and the leg, shoulder to the mat, side of the head to the mat. Rotate your body and reach that right arm to the sky. So reaching up just as high as you can reach. Stacking those shoulders as best you can. Close your eyes. Find those big deep breaths. As you exhale, circle that right arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. Just circle the back of your waist far as you can reach and roll that right shoulder back and away. Again, noticing where your gaze wants to go on this side. Can we look up at all? Or is that not great for the neck? Maybe we need to keep that gaze right along the floor. Wherever it feels right to you. Extending right arm to the sky. Rotate that right palm towards the front. Reach it up and over. Arm right along the side of the face. Breathe. So always being mindful, guys. You might notice that as you move and transition through poses, that you get these crackles and pops. As long as there's no pain involved, it's okay. It's your body adjusting, getting rid of those kinks. But be mindful, if there is pain, guys, don't go there. Inhale, lift that arm to the sky, and slowly release your hand down, pressing it back up to tabletop. And let's sit it back to child's pose. Extend those arms out nice and long. Hips back towards your heels, forehead towards the mat. Beautiful place to be here. So child's pose hopefully is a restful place and a place where you can kind of check in. But it's also a place where you're going to notice different stretching and maybe where you're holding some tension and tightness. So if you have tighter quads, it might be hard for you to get your sit bones back towards your heels. Tight lower back, same. Tight shoulders, maybe not coming down quite so far. So find the place where your body is in agreement. It's not fighting. If you need to put a blanket, pillow, towels, anything kind of in that crook of the knee, that can help so that you can actually relax into child's pose. Come back here anytime you like. We're going to extend those arms out nice and long. Hands shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide. Let's lift the forehead, tuck the toes. Press and lift your hips to the sky. Coming up to downward facing dog. Head heavy. Face soft. Breath slow and steady. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders towards your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And we're going to inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Inhale, up dog. And exhale to down dog. We inhale once again up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders towards your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. Exhale, let your heels sink. Long stretch down the backs of the legs. We inhale it to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. And exhale to down dog. Holding our downward facing dog. Hands are shoulder width apart. Adjust when you need to, guys. You are never stuck in a pose. So always making sure that we've got the alignment right, the form right, your body is in agreement, and that you're feeling strong. If ever you need to come down to child's pose, do. If you need a drink of water, grab one. We bend that right knee. Left heel presses towards the mat. Switch sides. Left knee bends, right heel down. Let's do that again. Right knee bends, left heel pressing towards the mat. And switch again. Left knee bends, right heel down. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold and relax the weight of the upper body down. Let your arms be heavy, head heavy, and just notice that stretch
through the backs of the legs, hamstrings, calf, oh, that lower back. Head's heavy, give it a little shake. Yes or no, let go of that tension. Sometimes just subconsciously, unconsciously, we're looking up and kind of down towards those toes. That's causing tension in that neck. We just want to let it be heavy. Let's bend the knees as much as you need to let the tummy and chest come to rest on your thighs, and circle the arms around behind your back. If you have a strap or a towel, because your shoulders are a little bit tighter, take a hold of that in each hand. Otherwise, interlace those fingers. And again, give that head a little shake, yes or no. And let's just play with that weight distribution in those feet a little bit. Just slowly rocking forward and back, and noticing how your body responds to that weight shift. Breathe. Center your weight. Feels right to you, give those shoulders a nice big roll up and back, and lift those hands towards the sky. Now, if you're able to keep those palms together, fabulous. If the palms separate but those fingers stay together, fabulous. If you got to hold on to something, towel, a strap, but we can get those arms, guys, fabulous. Seriously, it's wherever you are in your pose, be present there. Celebrate where you are, that we can move at all. Progress. We got to have a place to go, right? We don't have to be there today. And then slowly, if you like, begin to straighten your legs, a little or a lot. And just notice what that does for the intensity of your stretch. If it's better to keep those knees bent, keep them down, keep them bent. Slowly bring the hands to the small of the back. Gently release those arms, let them hang. And then ever so slowly, roll yourself up. Stack each vertebra, one at a time, till you reach the top, standing tall with a big shoulder roll up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Do that again. Big shoulder roll up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. And let's step to the top of the mat if you're not already there. Feet are hip width apart. Roll those shoulders up and back. Turn your palms to the front. This is mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Giant step back with your left foot. Left hand to the inside of the right foot. Rotate your body and extend. Right arm to the sky. Reach it up as high as you can reach. Stack the shoulders, stack the arms. Gazing up towards the base of your thumb or down towards your mat. We reach up as high as we can reach. Let's spread the fingers and slowly lower that right arm straight back towards the back of your mat. Follow with your gaze out over that right shoulder if you were looking up. Otherwise, just keep that gaze down towards the mat. Lengthen through those fingertips as that arm gets to shoulder height. Breathe strong. Inhale, lift that right arm to the sky. And as you exhale, slowly releasing that right hand down, one hand on either side of your foot, draw that back foot in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. As you exhale, turn your palms to face front, spread your fingers, pull those elbows back, open the chest to the sky, cactus arms. Inhale, reach to the sky. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades, squeeze those elbows, open the chest. Inhale, reach to the sky, and exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, big step back with that right foot. Right hand to the inside of the left foot. Rotate your body and extend. Left arm to the sky. Working to stack the shoulders and to stack those arms. Reaching up. Where does your gaze need to be for your neck to be happy? Strong through that core. Reach through the fingertips. Spread your fingers wide. And as you exhale, slowly begin to lower that left arm straight back. Coming down to shoulder height. As you reach that shoulder height, can you reach any further back? Breathe. Where does your gaze need to be? So we're getting that great stretch through the front of the right leg, into that left hip. Flexibility in that spine. Strengthen those arms. Strengthen the belly. Inhale, lift that left arm to the sky. And exhale, slowly releasing that left hand down, drawing your right foot back in
to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And let's pull those hands to heart center, rocking back to the heels. Bring your big toes to touch. Little space between those heels. Inhale, reach to the sky. Circle the arms to the back. As your hands pass by your hips, pull the hands to heart center and sit to chair. Weight is in our heels. Chest is lifted, core is strong. Can you lift all 10 toes? Breathe. Find a focal point out in front of you and slowly shift your weight forward, lifting those heels as high as you can get them. Balanced chair. Find your breath. Let's inhale, half lift. And then exhale, sink back down into that balanced chair, keeping that chest lifted. Slowly shift your weight back to your heels, to chair. Extending the arms overhead if that feels okay for the neck and the shoulders. Strong through that belly. Inhale, rise. And as you exhale, hinge it forward to airplane. Arms sweep back to flight. Crown of the head points straight ahead. Turn your palms to face the ground. Spread your fingers and reach. Draw that belly button in and up. Nice long stretch through the glutes and through the hamstrings, all the way down into the calves. Turn your palms to face the sky and reach with those fingertips. Breathe, slow, steady breaths. Once again, rotate palms to the sky, big circle of those arms overhead. Let's sit it back to chair. Pull the hands to heart center. Breathe. Sinking a little lower in your chair if that feels okay. Lifting those toes, all 10 of them. Inhale, reach to the sky. Interlace your fingers at the top, all but the index finger and thumb. As you shift your weight forward to lift off of those heels, bring those heels to touch. High as you can reach, long as you can make your body, strong through that belly. Now slowly, slowly releasing the heels to the mat. And as you exhale, lean to the right. Press your hips to the left. Breathe. Standing lateral flexion, inhale it up nice and tall. Exhale and lean to the left. Press your hips to the right. Inhaling up nice and tall. Pull the hands to heart center. Let's step those feet to hip width apart. And inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. And just relax the weight of the upper body down. Bringing the hands to the elbows, we hold on. By holding onto those elbows, just creating a little extra weight, a little more pull, a little deeper stretch into that lower back. And let's gently sway side to side. Always, always, guys, working to challenge ourselves in our practice, but always be kind and be present. So if your body's telling you something and your breath is telling you something, listen. If it's take a step back or hey, we can go a little deeper, be present within that. Coming back to center, relax your arms. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, one push-up. Let's do that again, toes or knees. So all the while form, guys, one more. So if the form falls apart, lift your hips. We're losing the integrity of the pose. So always be mindful of the form. Know that range of motion, strength, balance, it will all come. But not at the price of injuries. Let's gently alternate bending knees. Walk it out. So when we ask our bodies to do something that we're not ready for, we risk that possibility of injury. That's never a good thing, guys. So always making sure that first and foremost the breath is slow and steady, because your breath is one of the best indicators of where you are in your pose. If you're too deep, if you're just right, or if you've got room to play.
Let's inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders towards your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels sink. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back heel to the mat, stand tall to warrior one. Squaring your hips, chest and shoulders to the front. Pressing through that back heel, shoulders soft and away from the ears. Find that breath. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. Keep those hips square. And then exhale, sink. Breathe. Inhale, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Nice long diagonal line down the back of the body, and let's open those arms out to a T. Shoulders just gently away from the ears. Inhale, reach it out overhead, and rise. Keeping that back heel connected to the earth, rotate and open. As we rotate to the right and keep that back heel down, really nice stretch, challenging for the body. Inhale, back to center, arms come overhead. Exhale, flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. Now we can keep that right leg high, or you're welcome to release it down. We inhale it to high plank, leg up or down. One push up. And again. And one more if it's in there. Beautiful. Releasing that foot. Lift the hips to down dog. And gently sway your hips side to side. Letting that head be heavy. Checking in with the breath. Hopefully noticing that we're letting go of tension along the way. Coming back to center. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back heel to the mat. Stand tall to warrior one. Squaring your hips. Pressing through that back heel. Shoulders soft, away from the ears. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. Square those hips. And then exhale, sink. Breathe, slow, steady breaths. Inhale, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Long diagonal line down the back of the body. And let's open those arms out to a T. Just notice how those shoulders respond, hopefully relaxing away from the ears. Keeping that long diagonal line. Inhale, reach it out. And rise. And as you exhale, rotate, opening those arms, keeping that back heel pressing into the mat. So we still keep that warrior position, just opening. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, flow forward. Hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. Again, we can keep that left leg high, or you're welcome to release it down. We inhale it to high plank, leg up or down. One push up. Elbows right by the ribs. Again, beautiful job. One more time. And release your foot. Lift your hips to down dog and gently alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Nice big deep breaths. As you exhale, let both heels sink. We keep our hips side by side. We shift our weight to our left foot, and we're going to reach those right toes straight back. As those hips remain level, and that left heel presses towards the mat, we're just going to notice that stretch down the back of that left leg. Add a flex of the right foot. Keep those hips level, and lift that right leg just as high as you can get it without opening those hips. As you exhale, sweep that right foot through. Back heel to the mat. Windmill the arms up to warrior two. Hips, chest, and shoulders open to the side. Gaze out over your front middle finger. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten.
Exhale and sink. Circle that left arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. If you're able to take a hold of that right thigh, take a hold of it. Otherwise, just tuck your arm as tightly against your back as you can. Front palm to the sky, reach forward as far as you can reach. And take it up and back. Reverse warrior. Lengthening and reaching through those right fingertips, sinking into that right leg. Let's turn our gaze towards our back heel and tuck your chin towards that left collarbone. Nice big deep breaths. And inhale it back up. Right arm extends out to shoulder height. Back of the right arm along the inside of that right leg. Take your gaze up over that left shoulder, rolling that left shoulder back. A variation of our bound angle. Breathe. Circling that left arm up and over, reaching to find where the wall and ceiling meet. Lengthening out through those left fingertips. Maybe look up to find the base of that left thumb. And let's rise all the way back up to warrior two, straightening your front leg, back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, sweeps up and back. Reverse triangle, lengthening through those right fingertips, sliding down that back leg with the left. Breathe. Take a big breath in, reach. And as you exhale, bend that right knee, sink low, and inhale it back up. Arms extend out to a T. We rotate the palms towards the side of the room, lowering the right arm and lifting the left. We take our gaze out in front of those right toes. Core is strong. We shift our weight forward and come up onto the ball of the back foot. And as you're ready, press up onto that right leg. Add a flex of your left foot and slowly start to roll that left shoulder back. Now we can stay right here. Or if you like, releasing that right hand down a little bit wider than the pinky toe side of your foot. With that left leg extended out, flex your foot and work to roll that left hip back. Left arm can be extended to the sky, or you can rest your hand on your hip. Breathe. Half moon. We can keep our gaze towards the mat, or slowly start to turn your gaze towards the sky. As you release that focal point, whole different ball game. Beautiful stretch through the hip, through the waist, down the back of that supporting leg. Slowly take your gaze back towards the mat. Soft bend in that right knee, big push off with that right hand, giant step back to warrior two. Take a second and find your warrior two. Straightening your front leg, windmilling that left arm up and over. Placing that left hand to the inside of your right foot. Adjust your feet if you need to, and then rotate. Right arm to the sky, reaching up as high as you can reach. Find that breath and slow it down. Revolve triangle, spinal flexibility. Beautiful stretch through the legs, through the hips. As you exhale, slowly release that right hand down. One hand on either side of your foot, back heel comes off the mat, and we come into a runner's lunge. Breathe. Let's bring both hands to the inside of the foot and bring that back knee to the mat, top of the foot to the mat. As that body weight is heavy coming forward, we get this great stretch all the way down the front of that left leg and into that right hip. Feels right to you, come down onto your left forearm. Right forearm if you like. And relax the weight of your body. Now if you come down and you're like, wow, I probably shouldn't have come that far yet, just come back up. Come back up. Whatever feels right to you. Breathe. Nice big deep breaths. And let's go ahead and come back up to the palms of the hands. One hand on either side of your foot. And let's begin to sit those sit bones straight back as we pull those right toes back towards the head. Square your hips and slowly lower the upper body down. Breathe. Nice big deep breaths. Inhale, slowly rise. Now, depending upon where you are on your mat, we're going to come to monkey pose. If you're like, I'm good right here, stay right here. If you wish, pressing that front heel forward or sliding that back leg back. Monkey pose. Squaring the hips, very challenging pose, guys. So be mindful. If we're up, we're up. Squaring those hips is great. Opening up just as far as the body feels ready. Chest remains tall. Breathe. Core is strong. We rise, pulling that front heel forward, coming back to that beautiful stretch. We inhale, lengthening, core strong, coming forward, bending that right knee. Back to that runner's lunge. Hand on either side of your foot, tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. Go ahead and open up your hips. Point and flex your foot, roll your ankle, and give your leg a little shake. That's an intense stretch, that monkey pose, and gently releasing it down. Holding your down dog, feel free to grab a drink of water, or a strength challenge if you like. We inhale it to high plank. Let's take it halfway down and hold. Breathe. Let's take it low and hold. Breathe. Now we can be on our knees or our toes. We just don't want to be on our nose. Half lift. Breathe. All the way back up. Breathe. Lift those hips to down dog. Meeting back in down dog when you're ready. Adding a little tip of the pelvis if that feels right. Allowing those heels to sink, that head to be heavy. We keep that pelvis level, those hips side by side. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes straight back. Breathe. As that right heel presses towards the mat, noticing that great stretch down the back of that right leg. Add a flex to that left foot. Now we're going to keep those hips level, and we're going to lift that left leg as high as we can without opening those hips. Breathe. As you exhale, sweep that left foot through. Back heel to the mat. Windmill your arms up. Warrior two. So as we come into our warrior two on that left side, arms extended out to a T. Shoulders are soft, gazing forward out over that front middle finger. We're checking in because we've gotten a lot of work in, guys. So making sure how the body's responding. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Circle that right arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. If you can find that left thigh, hold on to it. Front palm to the sky, reach forward as far as you can reach, and take it up and back. Reverse warrior. Lengthening and reaching through those left fingertips. Let's turn our gaze towards our back heel with a little tuck of your chin towards that right collarbone. Find your breath. Feel the strength in your body. The release of tension. Owning wherever you are in the pose, and feel that strength, that confidence. Inhale, we rise, and back of the left arm along the inside of that left calf. We turn our gaze up over that right shoulder, rolling that right shoulder up and back. Breathe, slow, steady breaths. Again, a variation of our bound angle. Releasing that right hand, circling it up and over. Extended side angle. Gazing along the inside of that right arm, reaching out through those right fingertips. If you like, look up and find the base of that right thumb. Breathe. Feel that extension out through the ribs, up through the tips of the fingers. And let's rise all the way back up. Straightening that front leg, back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, sweep it up and back. Reverse triangle, right hand sliding down that back leg, left fingertips reaching. Breathe. Take a big breath in and see if you can reach any further. And as you exhale, bend that left knee, sink low. Reverse warrior. And inhale it back up. To warrior two, turning your palms towards the side, lowering the left arm, lifting the right to that diagonal line. Find a focal point out in front. And let's slowly shift some weight forward. And then come up onto that left leg as you're ready. Add a flex to that right foot. Rolling that right shoulder back, right hip back. Now again, you can stay right here. Or if you like, slowly releasing that left hand down. Releasing that hand just to the outside edge of that foot, just a little bit beyond your pinky toe. And roll that right shoulder back. That right leg is about hip height. Breathe. Now that right hand can be extended to the sky, or you can release your hand to your hip. Breathe. Half moon. If you like, slowly begin to take your gaze towards the sky. Now you can do just a little, or you can continue all the way up. Breathe. Slowly we take our gaze back towards the mat, slowly releasing that right hand down. Soft bend in that left knee, big push off, and a giant step back to warrior two. Hips, chest, and shoulders open to the side. Breathe. Straightening that front leg, back arm windmills up and over, placing that right hand along the inside of your left foot. Adjust your feet if you need to, rotate your body, and extend. Left arm to the sky. Reach it up as high as you can reach. Revolve triangle. Find your breath, slow it down. As you exhale, slowly release that left hand down. One hand on either side of your foot. Front knee bends, back heel comes off the mat. And we come into our runner's lunge. Let's bring that back knee to the mat, top of the foot to the mat, and let your hips be heavy. Let's bring both hands to the inside of the foot. Again, hips are heavy, and as you transition those hands to the inside of the foot, notice how that stretch in the hip starts to intensify. As those hips are heavy, notice how you feel that stretch through the front of that right leg. If it feels good to you, come down onto that right forearm. Remember, good is a relative term, right? So as long as you're breathing steady and your body is saying yes, that means it's good. If it's challenging and you're like, holy stretch, that's still good so long as there's no pain and that the intensity level isn't above an 8. Nice big deep breaths. Again, you can always transition back a step or two if you like. And let's come back up to the palms of the hands and one hand on either side of your foot. As you exhale, slowly begin to press those sit bones straight back, square those hips, and slowly peel those left toes off the mat. Draw your nose towards your knee. Now I know you can already feel that anticipation to that monkey pose. I want you to quiet your mind. Let go of expectations. If it's staying here, keep it here. If it's grabbing a drink of water, grab a drink of water. Or if you like, lengthen through the crown of the head, and we slowly begin to rise. Now, depending upon where you are on your mat, either we're going to press that back foot back or slide that left foot forward, coming into monkey pose. So you might notice that one side is a little easier than the other. Neither one of them is going to be easy, most likely. There's going to be a few of you who are like, oh yeah, piece of cake. Love ya. So just noticing on that intensity scale. Again, never above an 8, guys. There's no reason to go above an 8. Checking in with that breath. One more good breath in. And as you exhale, lift those hips, draw that front foot forward, square the hips, and draw your nose towards your knee. Back to that beautiful stretch behind that left leg. We're going to inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, slowly begin to rise and shift your weight forward, transitioning that weight forward, getting back into that runner's lunge. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. Point and flex your foot. Roll your ankle, give your leg a little shake, and gently release it down to down dog. Holding your down dog, or a strength challenge if you like,
If you're taking special care of your shoulders, guys, this might not be the very best one. If you want to just hang here, come to child's pose or grab a drink. If you like, turn your fingertips towards one another. Heels of the hands are going to be out, so we've created like a little pigeon-toed stance with our hands. We're still in that down dog position. As you inhale, bend the elbows, lowering the crown of the head towards the mat. And then exhale, press it back up. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale and press it back up. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, bend the elbows, lower the crown of the head. Exhale and press it back up. Again, inhale, bend. Exhale and press. We've got 1 more. Inhale, bend. Exhale and press. Turn your fingertips back towards the front, back to our down dog. And inhale it to high plank. As slow as you're able, crocodile down. Take your time. We're on our toes or our knees. Breathe. Lowering down in one flat movement. Press it through up dog. Oh, and sit it back to child's pose. You guys have worked hard coming into that child's pose. Opening up those knees if you like. Just breathe. Checking in. And let's slowly walk those hands up when you're ready. If you need a little extra time, take it. And we're going to come forward with that right knee, sliding back with the left. So we've created kind of a letter Z, if you will, and we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to cross that left hand to the top of the right knee. Right hand's going to come behind us, kind of about right by our bottom, and we're going to lift and sit up nice and tall. As you take your gaze out over that back shoulder, pull with that left hand. Breathe. Find that breath. And then slowly, slowly release that rotation just to the point where you're facing right out over that right knee. And let's slowly walk the hands forward. Either fully extending those arms or you're welcome to stack your hands. And just relax the weight of your head down. Now here we just want to melt. Just let your body come wherever it's ready to come. And let go of that tension in the hips, in the lower back, in the neck and the shoulders. And inhale, lift just slightly, and let's walk those hands back towards the shin. So we're coming towards that left leg, and then we're going to slowly walk our hands out. So now we've kind of come center and release the weight of the upper body back down. Again, you can stack your hands. Now I want you to notice that right side and that lower back and that right hip. We want it to be in agreement, right? We don't want to be fighting anything. And just those big deep breaths. And slowly walk your hands back up. And now we're going to take that right hand to the left knee, left hand behind us, sit up nice and tall, and rotate. Now, so be mindful of that left hip. So we're kind of going a whole 180 here as we take our gaze back over that left shoulder. Be nice to the knees. So if you need to extend that left leg, you're welcome to do so. And then just slowly release that rotation. Coming back to center. Come over onto that right hip and let's switcheroo. So now that right foot's behind, left foot is in front, and we've made that little letter Z, if you will, sitting up nice and tall. We cross that right hand to the top of the left knee, left hand comes behind us, we sit up tall, and take your gaze out over that back shoulder. So just as much as you can rotate, as high as you can lift through the spine. Breathe. So just notice where you feel this stretch. And let's slowly release that rotation again, just to the point where you're kind of facing right out over that left knee. And let's walk the hands forward. Either fully extending those arms, relaxing the weight of the head down, or you can stack your hands for that forehead to rest against. Here, we just melt, you guys. Super gentle.
Really kind. Listen to your body. We inhale, lifting just slightly, and we're going to walk towards the center, extending and reaching right out over that left shin. And again, forehead towards the mat or forehead towards the back of the hand. And just as you transition, as we're working our way around the legs, I want you to notice where the stretch is. If it's a deeper stretch, if it's too deep, hopefully it feels amazing. And let's slowly walk those hands back up. And we're going to transition now. Taking that right hand behind us, left hand to the top of the right knee, sit up as tall as you can sit, and take your gaze out over that back shoulder. Find your breath. Sit tall. Notice what your body tells you. Listen to it. And then slowly, slowly releasing that rotation. Beautiful job. Let's transition and sweep those feet all the way around. I need a lazy Susan. Extending those legs out nice and long to staff pose. Flex your feet. Rest your hands down by your sides. Nice tall spine. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Releasing the tummy, the chest, the hands, and then relaxing the weight of your upper body down. Extending those arms out nice and long, relaxing the weight of your head. Just that really nice stretch all the way down your spine, all the way down the backs of the legs, a little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet and slowly lower it down, one vertebra at a time. Take your time and relax. Pulling one knee in towards your chest and then the other. Hands to your shins just below your knees. Pull your knees in nice and tight. Bring the hands behind your legs. Extend your legs and flex your feet. Using the strength of the arms to start to pull those upper body or the upper legs. Wow, pulling the legs towards the upper body. And slowly lift the upper body. Now we can just use those hands, or if you like, wrap the forearms around behind your calves. Use the strength of those arms to pull those legs in. Now we're working to get those legs as straight as we can. They can have a little soft bend in those knees, but as straight as we can. And if you like, soft feet, or for more intensity, flex those feet. Now slowly releasing the upper body back down. Pulling the knees in towards the chest. Pull those knees in nice and tight. Inhale, lift your upper body. Draw that belly button in and out. Now as you inhale, extend the arms either straight up or for more intensity. The lower we go, the more challenging. And then inhale, pull it in. So those legs can be pulled in straight in. We can open out to a hollow, or we can have the arms and legs to the sky. Inhale it in, exhale it open. Inhale it in, really pull it in. Exhale it open. 2 more, pull it in. So if those legs are going to the sky, reach up and pull in. Last one, maybe it's in between and we're reaching up and up, and pull it in. Keep those knees tucked in and release the weight of the upper body back down. Gently rock side to side. Coming back to center. Extending that left leg out and down. Right arm extends out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the mat just as best you can. Turn your gaze out over that right arm, and then just close your eyes. Relax your jaw. Let the tension go. and slowly rolling it back to center. Extending right leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip, and slowly, slowly lower that leg down until it just gently comes to rest. Left knee comes in, left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the mat just as best you can. Take your gaze out over that left arm. Close your eyes. Now hopefully we've worked out most, if not all, of the tension in that lower back. But if you guys notice, maybe you might get some popping or some cracking in that lower back. Again, as long as there is no pain, that's a beautiful thing. It's just the body realigning. Breathe. Now, if you don't get any cracking or popping, it's absolutely fine. Some days I do, some days I don't. Depends upon how tight I am and what I've been up to. Releasing, coming back to center, extending left leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip, and slowly, slowly begin to lower your leg down and allow it to come to rest. Arms are going to travel down by our sides, turning the palms open to the sky, or you're welcome to rest your hands on your tummy. One hand just below your belly button, one just below your sternum. If you are more comfortable on your side, your tummy, or up in a seated position, we're going to find a place that feels good to you, wherever that is today. And we're going to make whatever adjustments we need to make to let that body find that comfortable place. And then we're going to give ourselves permission to relax, to step away from the craziness of our everyday life, to be present right here within each and every breath. As we notice the length and the depth of each breath, our awareness is drawn deeper inside, becoming aware of the beat of our heart, that slow, steady rhythm, that gentle beat. Now, whichever rhythm you are able to stay better connected to, the breath or the beat of the heart, connect with that rhythm. Stay connected. And ever so gently let the rest of the world drift away. Within the rhythm, we find a sense of peace, newfound strength, awareness, a beautiful acceptance of imperfection within us and around us, recognizing that nothing is perfect, but that we are perfectly imperfect, as is the world around us. A true gift to be able to appreciate those imperfections as the unique qualities that make us who we are. You are beautiful just as you are. The strength within the rhythm of the beat of our heart or the rhythm of our breath. A reminder of this beautiful gift called life. Allow yourself to just simply breathe, to embrace being a human being rather than a human doing. Allow yourself the opportunity to just be. And we take our time as you're ready, deepening our breath and slowly moving our fingers and our toes. Beginning to stretch our limbs. And as you're ready, gently draw your knees towards your chest and roll to one side. Taking your time, coming back up to a seated position that feels right to you. Cross-legged if you're okay with that. Otherwise, just a place that feels good to you. Rest your hands gently along your legs or over your knees, palms facing the sky. Take a big breath in and spread your fingers. Feel that stretch across the palm. And then exhale, bring the middle finger to touch your thumb. Inhale, spread your fingers wide. And exhale, ring finger to the thumb. Inhale, spread your fingers wide. Feel that stretch across the palm. And exhale, pinky to your thumb. Inhale, spread your fingers wide. Feel that big stretch across your palm. And as you exhale, whatever finger feels natural to you, bring it to touch your thumb. Slow, deep breaths, a quietness in the mind. Feeling refreshed, revived, and ready for the rest of the day. Let's gently open the eyes, take a big breath in, reach to the sky, and exhale, pull your hands to heart center. I just want to thank you so much for joining me today. Take care of yourselves. As I said before, if you loved it, please subscribe. Please keep coming back to me. I love, love, love sharing this gift of yoga and helping everybody just live a healthier, happier life. But be well, my friends. Until the next time, namaste.